Yo, yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So I got an email from a subscriber, and this email, it actually sounds like, before I even read this, because I just want to say it sounds like a troll email. Now, if this email isn't a troll email, I apologize for saying your email sounds like a troll email, but it sounds like a troll email. And you'll figure out why in a second. I'll explain it. But if this isn't a troll email, I'm gonna tell you the things that you're doing incorrectly, because this is crazy, right? So this one says, I'm a big fan of you and Miles Cunningham, and would appreciate if both of you guys could give your input. I know and agree with the idea that you have to go through BS. My question is, how long though? It's been taken. I've been taking losses for 5 years, and the last 2 years have been especially brutal. Here are some of the highlights. Like you, I told 3 different chicks I want to just fuck the shit out of them, but I lost my job each time. Then when I walked up to a random chick and asked her if she wants to be my fuck buddy, she nearly sprayed me in the face with a can of mace. I haven't smashed in 5 years. I haven't gotten a phone number in 2 years. I have been rejected by 850 chicks in a row this year. This is not an exaggeration. I actually kept count. Like you, I have given my number out to a bunch of chicks and told them to call me. No one has ever called me. I keep trying to get a chick to smash, but these chicks want to go out on dates, and really expensive ones. I'm talking about places where you need reservations. Not to jump on the all about looks bandwagon, but when I asked a few chicks why they didn't give me their number, their comments pretty much indicated it was because I was ugly. So there are instances where it's about looks. I'm trying to stay confident, but it is really hard when the losses keep piling up and there seems to be no wins in sight. I am at the point where I'm frustrated and have no idea what to do. To make matters worse, based on what I'm seeing, most dudes pulling chicks are either dusty dudes or tricks. A lot of these chicks are busted, broke, and financially struggling, so they don't care about no game or confidence, because neither leads to financial gains for them. I have a couple of questions. How come I keep failing and not getting better even though I am putting in the work? How come I keep failing even when using the techniques you teach? How much longer do I have to deal with this BS? How can I pull these chicks who focus is money and only money without tricking? All right. Okay, see, let's break all this down, right? All right, so first of all, look, you are not using the techniques I teach, because you're saying, how come I keep failing even when I use the techniques? No, you're not using them. You're not doing it right. You're not doing the things I'm talking about. Because first of all, you were saying that, you told 3 different chicks I want to fuck the shit out of them, but I lost my job each time. Now let's dive into that real quick, okay? Because you said you fucked it. You said to the chicks, 3 different chicks, you want to fuck the shit out of them, right? Now this is 3 different girls, so this is 3 times you did it. Then you said, I lost my job each time. So that means you did it once, you lost your job. Then you did it again, then you lost your job. And then you did it another time and you lost your job. You understand? And this answers your first question. How come I keep failing and not getting better even though I'm putting in the work? Because you're not doing the work correctly. First of all, if you went up to your job and told some chick you want to fuck shit out of her and you got fired, why would you do it again? You understand? Didn't you learn your lesson the first time? Now, the thing is, I usually encourage guys not to bother to talk to chicks at their job. But in my book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, I have a chapter on if you say, you know what, fuck that, I still want to talk to girls at my job. I talk about how to do it correctly. You see what I'm saying? So either you don't have the book or you do have the book and you didn't read it, or you do have the book, you read it and you didn't follow the instructions. You see what I'm saying? So you're not using the stuff that I'm teaching you, right? Then you say you walk up to a random chick and asked her if she wants to be your fuck buddy, and then she nearly sprayed you in the face with a can of mace. Like, see, when I get emails like this, because I always, I get emails like this from time to time, and usually I ignore it because it just sounds ridiculous. Because most of the time, what happens is that you guys are misinterpreting what's really going on in situations, or you're just like lying. This is why I'm saying that it sounds like a troll email, but I still just wanted to point out the craziness in this, right? Because first of all, when we talk about you being sexually forward with women, and I've talked about this a million freaking times, right? When you're being forward with a woman sexually, it has to come when you have already been sort of flirting and building the sexual tension to where she is showing that she is into what you're doing and what you're saying and how you're being with her, right? So what I mean is that if I'm talking to a girl, first of all, just having small talk, right? And I see that she's actually talking to me, let's say I'm at a party or something, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm just having regular small talk, we're talking, she's actually talking back, we're having a conversation, right? Then, as I see that she's, having this conversation with me, I start to flirt a little bit. So I just verbally, express some flirting, like, oh, you're kind of pretty, you got some nice eyes, you got some nice lips, whatever, right? So now, once that I see she's being responsive to that, right? Then, while I'm flirting a little more, I maybe, I probably like, moving closer to her, maybe touch her hand a little bit, bring her closer to me. So as I see that she's gradually, responding to this, then I could be like, yo, listen, we need to get the fuck out of here so I can take you back to my place, get you naked and fuck the shit out of you. Right? Because at that point, it's going to be received well because she's actually showing that interest. See, if you, are saying it to the point where you're like, well, I just walked up to some random chick and told her I want her to be my fuck buddy. You just like going up to a girl and saying off the street, hi, how you doing? My name is so-and-so. Oh, by the way, I want to be your fuck buddy. What's going on? Let's have sex. Like, you see what I'm saying? It's you're doing it without it actually being a transition into it. Do you understand what I'm saying? There has to be that transition. There has to be where there is a flow to the situation. You understand? It's like if you go to the doctor and the doctor needs to give you a shot or some shit, and you're you're waiting in the doctor's room or whatever, and let's say you're standing looking at something on the wall. He doesn't just walk in behind you, sneak up behind you and just stick you with a needle. You feel what I'm saying? He comes in, he says, hey, what's up? We're going to do this today. I'm going to, have to stick you with this needle. Then before he even sticks you with the needle, he's like, okay, there's going to be a little small pinch, blah, blah, blah. And he does what he got to do. You understand what I'm saying? So there's a flow to this whole situation. You see what I'm saying? So, you got to understand that, man. Okay, so then you were saying that you haven't smashed in 5 years, you haven't gotten a phone number in 2 years. Then you say, I have been rejected by 850 chicks in a row this year. This is not an exaggeration. I actually kept count. Now, see, every time when I hear shit like this, where a guy's like, yo, I approached 1,000 girls. I remember I was reading on some message board, some dude was like, I approached 5,000 women and they all rejected me. And usually when I read this stuff, I'm like, come on, that's ridiculous. Because even with, when we talk about the law of averages, right? If you approach that many women you're going to get something. You understand? You're going to hit something. It's just, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's ridiculous. Somebody's going to say yes. So when you're talking about, I've been rejected by 850 chicks in a row, that just doesn't sound realistic, dude. Stop. And let's just say for sake of argument, that is the truth. Let's say for sake of argument, you're being honest and this is actually happening, right? What I would say to you is this, is that what are you doing to sort of, assess or critique yourself to figure out why you're getting rejected this much? You understand? Because, if this goes to what you were saying earlier when you said, you lost your job each time. It's like you're doing things and you don't realize that you're making mistakes and you just keep going and keep going and keep going. You understand? So, if this is true of you talking to 850 chicks in a row, right, and all of them are rejecting you, part of your problem would be that you don't know how to sort of assess what's going on in your situation. Because, this is the problem with even questions like this a lot of times is I don't know you and see you, so I can't really pinpoint what the hell's the issue. Because it could be something as simple as, let's say you have a bad body odor. You understand what I'm saying? And that bad body odor is just repelling all these women. You understand? Or let's say your style of dress is terrible. You understand? I don't know. I got to see how you look, how you put yourself together. That could be it. Or let's say when you talk to girls, you're extremely nervous, or you act needy, or you just have this little weird vibe. You understand what I'm saying? That could be it too. That could be the thing that could be making it hard for you to make shit go down. But even with, let's say if you were just like nervous or whatever talking to girls, if you talk to 850 chicks, you would have got something. So that right there, every time when I hear guys say, I talked to all these hundreds of girls and they all rejected me, I'm like, stop. Come on, dog. Like, seriously. And also, this is where it gets kind of fishy to me, right? Because this is the thing. You said you haven't had a number in 2 years, right? Then you say you gave your number out and no one called you, right? And then you say you had got rejected by 850 chicks in a row. So all those things are kind of contradicting each other to a certain extent. You understand? Because you say 850 chicks rejected you, but at the same time, you said you were able to give out your number to these chicks. So was it just this year those 850 chicks rejected you? And was it a year or two ago you were giving girls your number? Or like, when did this happen? Because it doesn't make sense where 1 minute you're able to actually talk to girls and have a conversation and to be engaging in a situation where, to the point where the chick actually stood there long enough for you to give her the number and then take the number. You understand? And then on the flip side, you're saying 850 girls rejected you. And then you're also saying that you haven't gotten a number in 2 years, because when you're even in the situation to actually to be able to give a girl your information, right? You can still also get her information a lot of times. So something's just not adding up here. You understand when we talk about this? Because, you're saying I haven't got a number this long. I've been giving chicks my number. So giving the girl, because you got to understand something. A lot of times when you give a girl your number, that's still her basically halfway accepting the situation, meaning, because you could say, hey, take my number, or here's my number, put your number in put my number in your phone or whatever, and she'll decline. She'll be like, oh no, it's okay, or I have a boyfriend, or oh, I'm not really looking for anything, it's okay, yada yada yada. You understand what I'm saying? So why all of a sudden girls are accepting your number, but at the same time you're getting rejected by 850 chicks in a row? But then on the flip side, some girls are accepting your number. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Then what also doesn't make sense is that you said that these chicks, you're just trying to smash these chicks, but these chicks want to go on dates, and really expensive ones. You was talking about places like where you need reservations. So basically what you're saying is that you've been interacting with women to the point where they've actually agreed to go on dates with you. But you're saying that they want to go on these really expensive dates. So are you getting rejected by 800 something women, or are you getting information, numbers, and going on dates? Which one is it? That's what I'm like, what is going on? Or was it you were trying to go on dates before, or you were getting dates when you were trying to smash maybe a few years ago, and then now it's you've gotten to the point where 850 girls are rejecting you, which doesn't really make sense even in that sense, to say I was getting all these dates before, but now 850 women are rejecting me. Like, where's the fall off? Like, how do you fall off? That's like saying, I was, I was a A student in my, calculus trigonometry class, but now I can't add 2 + 2. It's just like, what? That doesn't make sense. So if before you were getting dates, but now you're getting rejected 850 times, how does that even compute? Then if the issue is that you're getting dates now, or chicks are trying to date you now, but they were trying to go into some expensive shit, if this is happening, how is that happening at the same time you're getting rejected by 850 women? See, there's something there in this shit that don't make sense. And this is why I'm sort of saying that this sounds like some troll shit. You understand? But the reason why I'm even doing this, you guys are probably thinking, let's look hard, why even bother to do this email or whatever, right? And the reason why is because, what happens is that a lot of times guys are looking for excuses as to not have to like work on their game, or to be like, oh, the game is nonsense and it doesn't make sense and blah, 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 and I'm going through all this BS. You understand? Now, let's say for sake of argument, all of this shit is true, right? In some form or fashion, it's all true. What I'm noticing here is this, though, is that you're first of all, you're not following the rules. You're not actually doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. So that's one. So you're not using what I teach. That's one. Two, you have your self-awareness is off. You're not aware of the things that you're doing. You understand? And the way that you're interpreting things, I think, is skewed. Because even you're saying like, oh, I don't want to jump on an all about looks bandwagon. And you was like, after a few chicks didn't give you the number, you said their comments pretty much indicated it was because I was ugly. You didn't say, oh, they said you were ugly, or, they're not giving you the number, or they're not getting with you because you're ugly. You're saying, well, it pretty much sort of indicated, no, this is what you're perceiving. You see what I'm saying? So if this is an actual real email and all this other stuff, you're asking, how much longer do I have to deal with this BS? Let's say it's some real shit. If you're going to deal with the BS if you don't play the game correctly. Period. Because what happens is a lot of mistakes that's being made because you're not playing the game correctly, you're not following the rules, you're not doing the things how they're supposed to be done. And on top of that, you're not learning from your mistakes. You understand? Because if you're really, let's keep shit funky here. Let's keep shit real. A person who's really immersing themselves in the game and actually studying the game and actually going out there and doing shit, they'll start to realize where they're fucking up. Because what happens is that when you're out there doing your thing, right? Let's say you don't notice, you don't realize what's going on. You're just not getting the results you want. Then when you watch videos, read books on the game, you hear, and not even just with me, just with anybody who's teaching you this stuff, what's going to happen is that you're going to realize, oh, the reason why those girls are probably rejecting me was because, yeah, I was doing this when I should have did that. And then you would fix that, and then you would actually see better results. You're not going to go 850 times and keep, shit going crazy and not look up like, okay, let me figure out how to approach women, how to get girls to respond to you, blah, 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 blah. And then once you see that, you're going to say, oh shit, I noticed I did this and did that. Like, for example, I remember I had a guy who, he emailed me and he was like, yo, he said that, for a little while he would, get chicks' numbers, and he noticed that he was getting a lot of flakes. So then he said he saw, one of my videos where I was talking about basically, you get a chick's information and, you hit her up, set a date, go on that date, and then, leave it alone for like a week or so and then just hit her up to set another date, right? So he noticed that what he was doing was he would set a date. He'd probably go on a first date with the chick. And then he said he would call her almost every day during the week. And then he noticed that the chicks would fall off because, he realized that he was giving them way too much attention. He was being all kind of needy and shit. And that's the thing that made his the situation not work for him. Then when he switched it up by realizing, oh shit, I noticed that I was fucking up. Let me do it this way. Let me do it correctly. You understand? And then he's like, yo, it's just night and day, a whole dramatic difference. But that's because he noticed shit wasn't going right. Then he said, oh, let me see how I can remedy this. What's going on with this? Then he researched and he studied, okay, wow, I noticed I was doing this other shit. Let me flip it to this shit. And when he flipped it, he actually saw results and progress. See, you're not flipping anything. You're continuously doing shit over and over and over and over and over again. And then the shit is not working for you. And then you're saying like, oh, it's, I did everything you said. No, you didn't. You understand? You're not doing it. So that's, I just wanted to point that out. So, if this was not a troll email, I apologize for saying your email is a troll email, but it sounds like some troll shit. And if it is some troll shit, it is what it is. And I just gotta point out the ridiculousness of it. You understand what I'm saying? But let me know what you guys think. I want you guys in the comments to to let me know if you think this is some troll shit. But I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. Now, before you turn off this video, make sure you click the link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Now, this is a private one-on-one coaching session between me and you where we chop up game for a half an hour. So make sure you click that link below to get the Mr. Locario 30-minute game session. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 to 90-minute, easy-to-follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.